Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Amelia Lee. Well, it's officially fall, but we have been having some warmer weather lately. So let's check in with meteorologist Drake Foley. Drake, I want to talk a little bit about this weather. I know we talked a little bit about maybe hope for cooler weather, and you know me, you know my love of fall and all things hats, I guess. But do we have that hope coming soon?
Yep, that hope is within 24 hours. We did see some temperatures in the lower 80s today, and we will tomorrow, but tomorrow evening into nighttime, we're going to see a cold front pass through. I want to take a look at our observed highs today. We're seeing some low 80s, great weather, you know, to throw some goalposts in some rivers if you're down there in Nashville, but like here in Eastern Kentucky, we're sitting in the low 80s, nice day there, and we're now sitting in the low 60s, high 50s. Some areas still like Jackson sitting at 69, not too bad there. And then forecasted highs for tomorrow, low 80s yet again. But this is really, I think, the last day of low 80s we might have for the year. Could change a little bit. But, I mean, going through the Kentucky River Valley, sitting at 83 in some spots, 81 in most. And then Big Sandy Valley, pretty consistent there, 81 everywhere, really. And then 83 in Louisa. So a nice day tomorrow. Few showers are possible. I'll kind of get into that. We have one more warm day, a third cold front of the week, and then a dry October is ahead. I'll have more details coming up in your first alert forecast. Amelia?
All right, Drake, thank you. Cleanup following Helene is underway across several southern states where nearly 700,000 homes remain without power. As Christiane Benavides reports, the storm's death toll continues to climb. It now stands at least 225.
More than a week after Hurricane Helene crashed ashore, the full extent of the damage is still coming into focus. In western North Carolina, Ben Phillips is shoveling a thick coat of mud and debris that's considered hazardous out of his home.
It's heartbreaking to everything we had in that house and all the memories we had with our kids.
He lives in the town of Marshall, where the North Carolina flood map shows only a 1% chance of flooding. Out of more than 8,000 properties in the county, just 98 had flood insurance. In hard-hit Asheville, this group of volunteers drove 5 hours to serve a hot meal.
We had people who are here in Asheville who have lost everything, and they're coming to help other people.
With communications still spotty, North Carolina resident Sam Perking hiked 11 miles and up 2,200 feet of elevation through downed trees, power lines, and mudslides to reach his parents, whom he hadn't heard from.
They were completely trapped. Their road was impassable from trees and washouts.
The job he did and making the effort to come up and to see us. Oh.
The ongoing cleanup stretches from Florida to as far north as Virginia. Helene is already the second deadliest storm to hit the U.S. mainland since Katrina 19 years ago. Christiane Benavides, CBS News.
The National Weather Service is now monitoring Tropical Storm Milton, which is forecasted to make landfall in Florida next week as a hurricane. Our parent company, Gray Media, is also teaming up with the Salvation Army to help Helene survivors. If you look at your screen, you can scan that QR code on that screen to donate. The money will go toward food, water, and long-term recovery services. Investigators with the Pikeville Police Department say Trish Walters, who was reported missing late last month, has been found safe. Police Lieutenant Chad Branham says she was tracked through multiple states. Several police agencies across the country even helped. One of those agencies was able to locate her yesterday and made contact, verifying her whereabouts. With Branham, investigators did not share more information but say the case is closed. One Vietnam veteran is being recognized by his community. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more from Laurel County and shares what is important about his service.
Chapter 158 of Disabled American Veterans has supported veterans in the KV community of Laurel County for 45 years.
One of the main goals that we have is to be the liaison, the go-between between the Department of Veterans Affairs and also the veteran themselves. We're here today celebrating the 45th anniversary. Men had sacrificed to actually bring this chapter together, and through that we're able to assist disabled American veterans.
Another part of their mission is honoring those who served before them. Dennis Eaton was blinded in combat during the Vietnam War. On Saturday, he was awarded a Patriot Certificate.
He served as an example to other veterans who might, if they get discouraged, they look at him and they say, if he can do it, I can do what he can do. Dennis is a treasure.
Charles Hayes with the Sons of the American Revolution says it was important to honor someone who put his life on the line.
We know who's made the sacrifices. We know who, when the time came to step up, stepped up. Some of us got off luckier than others. Dennis stepped up. Dennis is a patriot. Dennis is an inspiration.
Eaton says despite his disability, he wants to continue pushing through the difficulties along the way.
So I was in the Walter Reed Hospital. Many of them, they call them basket case. You know, they just there didn't have no arms, legs, or no sight whatsoever. I'm thankful I do have those, and I can put them to use for others. What it's all about, you know, doing for others.
Saying he would not be where he is without his community.
Been a member of my church for years, and I served as deacon, and I know what it's all about, to learn to have faith and believe in your country and the people around you, and I'm just thankful for the people that helped me.
In Laurel County, R.J. Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Each Monday from 9 until noon, officials with disabled American veterans will be at their office helping veterans and hope to soon provide mental health resources. For more information, you can find this story on our website, WYMT.com. Kentucky is seeing a surge in people registering to vote before the presidential election. Secretary of State Michael Adams says that nearly 25,000 people registered to vote last month. It is the highest monthly total of the year. The Secretary of State says the state is also cleaning up voter rolls. More than 5,000 people were removed from the voter registry. A majority of those people had died. The deadline to register to vote in the presidential election is Monday. Well, and that presidential election is exactly 1 month away today. In Kentucky, early in-person absentee voting begins Thursday, October 31st, and runs through Saturday, November 2nd. In-person voting takes place Tuesday, November 5th. Absentee ballots must be returned by the close of polls on November 5th as well. You can find more information on Kentucky's Secretary of State's website. We'll be right back.